Hepinize selamlar arkadaşlar. Argümanto kanalına hepiniz hoş geldiniz. House of Dragon'ın ikinci bölümü. Pat pat pat. House of Dragon'ın ikinci bölümü geldi ve ben de birinci bölümde yaptığım mallığı bu sefer yapmıyorum arkadaşlar. Reaction videosunu adam akıllı çekeceğim ve size bir reaction videosu patlatacağım. Ardından da tabii ki inceleme videosu gelecek. Çok heyecanlıyım. Arkadaşlar sponsorlukla alakası yok yani. Ben normal halimde de böyleyim. Arkadaşlar şu an yani inanılmaz heyecanlıyım. O yüzden direkt geçiyorum bölüme. Size de keyifli seyirler diliyorum. Haydi bakalım. Yeni intromuz var. Hadi bakalım. Nereler oğlum buralar? Ben hiçbir bok anlamadım şu anda. Bakmak lazım biliyor musunuz? Bu introyu bir incelemek lazım. Var burada bir şeyler. Abi çok güzel olmuş ya. Ya bu kadar da şey değil mi yani? Bu kadar da Game of Thrones ya. Öf, tadımı kaçırdı ya.
Four ships have now been lost. The last one was flying my banner. The Stepstones have now grown into a conflagration, yet you sit here and dither about court business.
If you've something to discuss, Lord
I want to know what is to be done about my ships and my men.
The Crown will compensate you for your ship and crew and make an offering to the men's family.
I don't want compensation. I want to seize the Stepstones by force and burn out this crab feeder.
You have dragon riders, father. Send us.
Hadi bakalım.
Isn't that simple, Rhaenyra?
It would be a show of force.
At least the princess has a plan.
This knight would protect you as well. You should choose.
Ha, bu da hiç mutlu olmuyor. Hiçbir şeyi beğenmiyor. Allah Allah. Veled'e bak. Criston Cole seçilecek tabii ki.
Strong and steady in both the tourney lists and without. You might thank him for his loyal service, princess.
We thank you for your loyal service to the crown,
Sir Raymond Mallister, son of Lord Lyme.
Deniz gözcüsü aynen.
Winner of the melee at Cider Hall. He was the last mounted of 3 and 20 knights. Sir Raymond was knighted at 8 and 10.
How many of these knights have combated?
Sir Criston Cole. Son of the steward of the Lord of Blackhaven.
Be welcome, Sir Criston. You saw combat in the Stormlands.
Dornish marches, Princess. I fought for a year as a foot soldier against the Dornish incursions.
The Dornishman wives.
The watchtowers along the Bung.
I choose Sir Criston Cole.
Let's not be too hasty, Princess. There's no doubt Sir Criston is a fine warrior, but houses such as Crickle and Mallister are important allies of the Crown. Seaguard, for instance, is the realm's prime defense against reavers from the Iron Islands.
There's men are tawny knights. My father should be defended by a man who's known real combat. Should he not?
Helal.
Of course.
Demir adalar nereden yağma yapıyor ayrıca, salak mısın ya? Demir adalar yağma yapamaz ki abi, manyak mısınız ya?
The Valyrian capital was built into a volcano, much like Dragonstone.
14 volkan.
The Dragon Lords, the highest of the nobility.
Valeria'nın içine girmeleri çok güzel olmuş, Valeria'dan bahsetmeleri ya.
Closest to the source of their magic and power. This was the inaugural, where the blood mages worked their craft.
It is truly wondrous what you've built.
Oh, no. I only pore over the histories and provide the plans. The stonemasons build the structures.
Do you believe that Westeros can be another Valyria, Your Grace?
That depends whether you speak of the freehold at its height or at its fall. Over 1,000 dragons, and maybe large enough to span the seas of the world. The glory of old Valyria will never be seen again.
Yolunu yapıyorsun
Your
tabii.
father loves you. He chose you for his heir.
He didn't choose me, he spurns Daemon.
Yemin ediyorum var ya, Targaryen'da olsanız kadınlar her yerde aynı. Ne verseniz memnun olmuyorlar ya. Allah Allah. Bu Alicent güzel olmuş ha. Beğendim ben.
Foolish. What do I say? Whatever you wish.
Olmamış burası. Her duayı ezberletiyorlar. Manyak mısınız ya? Kral Jaehaerys'ten sonraki dönemden bahsediyoruz burada. Her duayı net ezbere biliyordur. Yani bilmesi lazım yani, daha doğrusu. Aga be. Aga be. Oğlum bu Alicent çok güzel olmuş ha. Harbi bak. Büyük drama seziyorum. Büyük drama.
Rhaenys is my favorite cousin after all.
I wish to apologize for the tenor at the small council today, Your Grace. It was not my intent to make offense.
Your fleet is one of the realm's most important assets, Lord Corlys. But you must understand, as king it is my obligation to avoid war until such time it is unavoidable.
None among us desire open war. Might I speak plainly, Your Grace?
I always welcome the unfettered thoughts of my council.
I fear that the eyes of our enemies are presently fixed on the Red Keep. The Queen has passed. A girl has been named heir to the Iron Throne, the first in its history. The King's brother, so disinherited, has claimed the Targaryen seat on Dragonstone without challenge. And now a foreign power has established a colony in our most critical shipping lane.
You paint such an aspiring portrait of my reign, Lord Corlys.
It is an honest one, cousin. At the moment, the crown is perceived as being vulnerable.
And a blind incursion in the Stepstones is the only way to demonstrate that we are not?
To elude a storm, you can either sail into it or around it. But you must never await its coming.
Do you have a specific course of action to propose, my lord?
Join our families. Wed our daughter Lena. Unite the two great surviving Valyrian houses. With the Targaryen dragons and the Valyrian fleet bound in blood, you can show the realm that the crown's strongest days are ahead, not behind.
I must admit, I haven't given marriage much thought.
Doğru bu arkadaşlar.
It's been half a year since Emma passed.
The realm expects you to take a new wife sooner or later, Grace, to strengthen your line and produce more heirs. You could not ask for a stronger match than Lena.
Bu bölüm biraz daha sakin geçecek gibi arkadaşlar. Ya. Bu ne be?
This is our best chance to save the digit, Chris. The maggots will remove the dead flesh and hopefully stop the advance of the rot.
Aha. Elinin kesildiği her yer böyle mi oluyor bu adamın canım? Allah Allah.
I held an audience earlier.
Bu nasıl çift
What's
ama?
it like flying the Black Dread? You Valerian's last rider.
Only for a short time, before he died. With Balerion died the last memory of Valyria of old.
But Vhagar still lives. Somewhere. But too large for the dragon pit.
Some would say too large for our world.
Do you know where she nests?
I'm sorry?
Do you know where Vhagar is now?
The Dragon Keepers believe she made home somewhere on the coast of the Narrow Sea.
The walkers of Spice Town report hearing her song at times. They say it's a sad thing.
I imagine even dragons get lonely.
Olur mu öyle şey ya?
Your Grace, it would be a great honour to join our houses as they were in old Valyria. I would give you many children of pure Valyrian blood so that we might strengthen the royal line and the realm.
Is that what your father told you to say? What did your mother tell you?
That I wouldn't have to bed you until I turned 14.
Ya çok kötü ya. Çok kötü ya.
But the men of the realm already had their opportunity to appoint a ruling queen at the Great Council, and they denied it.
They denied you, Princess Rhaenys. The queen who never was. But they bent the knee to me and called me heir to the throne.
Do you remind your father's men of that as you carry their cups? Here is the hard truth, which no one else has the heart to tell you. Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the
Iron Throne. Doğru aga ya. Allah'ım. Rhaenys Targaryen çok güzel.
That your father is no fool.
Oyuncuların hepsi çok güzel be abi. Şu hissiyata gel ya.
I asked the stonemasons to mend it.
This is a very kind gesture, Alicent.
Lan Alicent, iyi öğrenmişsin işini ha.
I think it best you hear it directly.
Kesin Daemon gene bir boklar yedi. Ne boklar yedin lan gene?
Scorquidoso, Zedriso, Droman, Tomepso, Uliroti, Riladixo.
Dariloros Daimon, Sikia Sida, Siglivzeus.
Daemon.
The prince left a missive which I believe might explain.
It is the pleasure of Daemon Targaryen, the Prince of Dragonstone and rightful heir to the Iron Throne, to announce that he is to take a second wife in the tradition of old Valyria. She is to assume the title Lady Missaria of Dragonstone. Her Grace is with child and is to have a dragon's egg placed in the babe's cradle in the custom.
Doğru.
The prince has invited you to his wedding. It is in 2 days' time.
Gods be good. Who is Lady Missaria?
We believe
Daemon's Hall.
Oo siktir. Ne yapacaksın ki gidip Allah aşkına ya? Sıçtın amına. Ya Daemon tam bir orospu çocuğusun ya.
Comely God, Claude. Why do you destroy yourself?
Benim anlamadığım Daemon'ın ejderhası olduğunu bilmiyorlar mı? Adamda karak ses var. Bilmem farkında mısınız amına koyayım? Sikti belanızı. Of çok iyi.
Welcome to Dragonstone, Otto.
Your occupation of this island is at an end. You're to relinquish the dragon's egg, disband your army, banish your whore, and leave Dragonstone by order of His Grace King Viserys.
Where is the king? I don't see him.
His Grace would never lower himself to entertain such a mummer's farce.
Sir Crispin, wasn't it?
Sir Criston Cole, my prince.
Ah, yes, apologies. I couldn't recall.
Perhaps my prince recalls when I knocked him off his horse.
Very good.
This is a truly pathetic show, Daemon. Are you so desperate for the king's attention that you've resorted to skulking about like a common cutpurse?
I'm simply keeping with the traditions of my house, the same as my brother did for his heir.
Those traditions are for the true-born children of royalty, not for bastards fathered on a common whore.
Lady Missaria is to be my wife.
This is an abomination. With every breath you soil your name, your house, and your brother's reign.
Our love does not know titles and traditions.
And what of you, men of the City Watch? Aiding the prince in his treason?
The king made me their commander. They are loyal to me. You've come for the egg. Here it is.
Are you mad? You've never survived this.
Well, happily, neither would you.
To choose violence here is to declare war against your king.
Wonderful.
Even if it ends in the death of your unborn child and its mother.
Hadi. Ha. Hayırdır amına koyayım. Bağıramıyor lan bu.
All of you, sheathe the fucking steel.
Hadi bakayım. Çok güzel olmuş ya. Adamım benim. Pardon, kadınım benim.
Preventing bloodshed.
Sir Criston, please escort the princess to safety.
Take care not to startle Syrax, my lords. She's rather protective of me. Kepanucha inezed ristoro, darira rosso prostas, kesu ugleisa, luon zombaz me anuchon isa. Kepus?
Io se la fosse oro da or.
Vedrosso dari ohi ikida.
Indrari onorion da or. Tubi maneri, Nike de Niklas.
Apraziri ziri ema.
Treptan li da or.
Sekedje sut nuchon vronkron, dromon laudigon ao belvitas.
Ipots altres omi mazen pilo vule, conir nu ruho, subtailan.
Sekeland.
Vasilari tubi.
I'm right here, Uncle. The object of your ire. The reason that you were disinherited. If you wish to be restored as heir, you'll need to kill me. So do it. And be done with all this bother.
Çok iyi ya. Al yumurtanı sike. Helalsin be Rhaenyra. Nasıl havalısın belli değil.
You announced that we were to be wed?
On the morrow.
And that I was with child. Your child.
Perhaps when we are wed, we can make that true.
I ensured long ago that I would never be threatened by childbirth.
Good. Children can be such irritating creatures.
You swore to protect me, Daemon.
Dragonstone is quite secure.
Your mother's absence is a wound that will never heal. Without her, the Red Keep has lost a warmth, and I dare say it will never recover.
It pleases me to hear you say this. To know that I'm not alone in my grief.
I wish I had known better what to say to you in the aftermath. I struggled to realize that my daughter had so quickly become a woman grown.
Full diyalog ya.
But I know she understands what is now expected of me.
The king must take a new wife.
I could never replace your mother. No more than I intend to replace you as heir. But you are my only heir. And our line is vulnerable, too easily ended. By marrying again, I may begin to ensure that we are better defended.
Against whom?
Whomever may dare to challenge us. I do not wish to make us estranged.
You are the king. And so your first duty is to the realm. Mother would have understood this. Just as I do.
Arkadaşlar paso diyalog olduğu için çok fazla bir tepki veremiyorum bu arada. Yavan bir tepki videosu oluyor ama yani anlamadım. Çok ya şey gidiyor. Diyalog halinde gidiyor. Güzel bölüm yani, fena değil de. Birinci bölüm gibi hareketli değil.
The Lady Alicent Hightower. Before spring's end.
This is an absurdity. My house is Valerian, the greatest power in the realm.
And I am your king. Rhaenyra.
Bu ne ya? Herkes trip atıyor adama, bırakın.
House Valerian's origins reach back to old Valyria. More ancient even than House Targaryen, according to some texts. But unlike the Targaryens, we were no dragon lords.
Doğrudur.
For centuries, my house had to scratch out an existence from the sea with grit and luck. When I ascended the Driftwood throne, I knew what I wanted. So I went out and seized it. Unlike every other lord of the realm, I can say that I built my house's high seat with the strength of mine own back. I've always thought of you and I as having been made from the same cloth.
Daemon mu lan o?
I will not have Driftmark beggared while our king idles himself with feasts and balls and tourneys.
I will speak of my brother as I wish. You will not.
Hadi bakalım.
Waiting in the stepstones is a chance for you to prove your worth to any who might yet doubt it. We are the realm's second sons, Daemon. Our worth is not given. It must be made.
Evet arkadaşlar, ilk tepkim böyleydi. Yani birinci bölüme göre bir tık daha yaman bir bölüm oldu. Bir tık daha sakin bir bölüm oldu ama bu normal gayet. İlk bölümden hype'ı verip ikinci bölümden bir tık daha düşürdüler. Daemon'la Rhaenyra'nın sahnesi çok güzeldi. Büyük ihtimalle 3. ve 4. bölümlerde bir tık daha yukarıya çıkarak devam edecektir. Corlys'in Rhaenyra'yı Viserys'e teklif etmesi vesaire, bunların hepsi doğru kitapta da geçiyor. Çok güzel olmuş. Corlys Velaryon bence çok güzel bir karakter olacak yani. Oyuncu seçiminden kaynaklı bazı sıkıntılar vardı. Bence bana soracak olursanız hikayesel anlamda oyuncunun seçimi bazı sorunlara yol açabilir. Çünkü hikayenin devamında olacak şeylerle alakalı, oyuncuların görünümüyle alakalı çok ciddi önem var. Fakat bu bir tercih olmuş. Adam çok güzel oynuyor. Sevdim, hoşuma gitti. Alicent Hightower'ın yine oyunculuğu hoşuma gitti. Onun haricinde Kral Viserys'e bayağı odaklanılmış bir bölüm. Hani ben bu bölümde bir tık daha hızlı geçerler diye düşünüyordum ama öyle olmadı. Ve zaten böyle olmasını daha çok istiyordum ben. Hani bir anda böyle bir sezonda bütün olaylara patara girmelerini istemiyorum çok fazla. Hatta bu sezonda hemen Kral Viserys'in ölmesini vesaire falan da istemiyorum. Bir tık daha oraları anlatsınlar istiyorum. Bakalım neler olacak. İnceleme videosunu dediğim gibi en kısa zamanda hazırlayacağım, paylaşacağım. Sizlerle olacak. Kendinize çok iyi bakın arkadaşlar. Beğenip like atmayı ve eğer değilseniz kanala abone olursanız da çok sevinirim. Kendinize çok iyi bakın. Görüşürüz.